Hi, I'm Robert Ufer, teacher of your son or daughter's Metals 1 class here at Rocky Mountain High School. And boy, it's going to be a different year than normal. I guess the best way to go about this is to kind of show you what we normally do and then show you what the best improv I can do to give your student the best education they deserve in times like these. It is definitely worth noting that I know all my students signed up for this class to participate in hands-on and actually building things. So I'm going to do the best I can to accommodate that and have that type of learning, hands-on learning, continuing and going on throughout the quarter. So here I was just doing a little bit of MIG welding, which all of our students get to learn, usually arc and MIG. I have been working with the administration, hearing rumors back and forth. I can't make any promises yet, but hopefully at some point throughout the quarter, we'll be able to have small groups of 2 or 3 students in here at a time and actually get some experience doing hands-on welding as well as machining and other things. So with the welding, we start off with basic, what are called beads, just running beads, and then we try to get into something creative. This is the pencil holder project, so kind of a fancy pencil holder. There's yet another version of that students have made and left for me because for one reason or another. So we do a whole unit on welding, and most kids really like that, and a lot of students sign up for this class specifically for that. We also get into machining, where we do lathe work. We do have a full-size lathe in the middle of the shop here, and that is taking a piece of aluminum and turning it down to a ring size. Here's a ring that I made. Now we call it the ring project, but to me what it really is a precision measurement and learning how to use the lathe to be precision or to be precise in building something. So typically with the lathe project, students will measure their finger and then use the dial calipers here to create the ring, and for every hair thickness that they are off is a point deduction. So those of you that know machining, that a hair in a machine shop is a mile, but for a beginner, that's a pretty hard thing to do. So usually most students get within 1 or 2 hair thicknesses of that. Again, something I'm crossing my fingers that I can actually get students in here to work on the lathe and experience what that's all about. That would be in small groups, and not as much time spent as we would in the regular situation, but we're doing our best. Also with machining is what's called CNC programming. This was a student programmed this, and we cut it out on our CNC machine, which is computer numeric control. This is not metal, but it works really well for our machine to not damage tools. You have to have coolant when you're cutting into metal, but it gives students a project that they can take home. This one, I really don't see a problem. I'm going to teach them how to do the programming. They'll be able to write the code and send it to me, and then I'll be able to cut the code out and somehow get this to them. Of course, they don't have to do country pride. They can do, usually we call this the nameplate. So they'll program the machine in the X, Y, and Z coordinates to cut out their name or a phrase or something that they like. We also do sheet metal. And this is one of the projects from sheet metal. We're going to, again, improvise and most people don't have tools to bend sheet metal like this at home, but we've already started early on in the quarter here, bending copper and bending aluminum from aluminum cans. So not the perfect situation, but it's a good compromise, I feel. So, and number one and most important, which I'm mentioning last, is safety. We'll go over a lot of safety, everything from safety glasses to gloves, welding helmets, and proper safety around machine tools such as lathes and milling machines. I hope this was informative to you. Crossing our fingers, we're all back here next semester or next quarter, and even before then, I'm going to do my best to, if I have to pull some welders out in the parking lot and have students come one at a time to weld, we're going to do our best to make that happen. Thanks for having your child enroll in this class. I think it's one of the most useful and real world type classes we offer at Rocky. Of course, that goes with a little bit of bias on my end, but whether a student wants to be going to welding right out of high school or become an engineer or be an orthopedic surgeon. I've said that a lot lately, but the truth is, talking with orthopedic surgeons, they use their hands all the time. They use power tools. They have to read drawings and understand the type of things that we're doing. So that's where we are right now. And stay safe, and looking forward to working with your child this year.